Grace and peace to you. We're so glad you could join us as we embark on our journey in the Gospel of Mark. And we're starting out with Mark chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. Let's read it together. Arche tu Evangeliu Iesu Christu huiu theou. Kathos gegraptai ento Isaiah to prophete, idu apostello ton angelon mu pro prosopou su hos kataskiwase ten hodon su. Phone boontos en te eremo, hetoi masate ten hodon kuriou, eutheas poiete tas tribus autou. Beginning at verse 1. The beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Now, what you might find interesting is this expression, huiu theou. Why is that the Son of God and not a Son of God? And you might be familiar with this a rule called Apollonius' corollary. And it states that when both the head noun and the genitive are anarthrous, both will usually have the same semantic force. When the head noun and genitive both lack the article, they will usually have the same semantic force. So theo is the genitive noun in this case, huiu is the head noun. Theo, being definite, transfers that definiteness to huiu. And so you translate this as the Son of God. Moving on to verse 2. Just as it is written in Isaiah the prophet, behold, I am sending my messenger before your face, who will prepare your way. Now, hos is interesting. This is a relative pronoun, and what you might notice is that it agrees in gender and number with its referent, ton angelon. But it doesn't agree in case. That's because relative pronouns will take the case which is necessary and the syntax of the clause that it finds itself in. So over here, it's in the nominative case so that it can act as the subject of kataskiwase. Moving on to verse 3. A voice of one crying out in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord. Straight make his paths. If I could draw your attention to poiete over here, you would notice that it's followed by a double accusative, specifically a double accusative of object and complement. Tas tribus is functioning as the object, and eutheas is functioning as a complement. So make his paths straight. So what do we make of this short and punchy introduction to the Gospel of Mark? Verse 1 shows us that this Gospel is about Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And the Old Testament prophecy quoted in verses 2 to 3 show us that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, is the one who will bring these Old Testament promises into fruition. There's much more that can be said about these 3 verses, and for this gospel as a whole. And we'd like to invite you to join us in this journey of learning and studying the Gospel of Mark. And it is our hope and prayer that our time in the Gospel of Mark would, by the work of the Spirit, give rise to greater joy in Jesus, a greater trust in Him, a greater love and appreciation for all that He is and all that He has done for us.